The Nigerian Stock Exchange has come face to face with the effects of coronavirus pandemic, which has reduced the magnitude of trade while visiting the exchange is on hold. Let's talk to head listing business division, Nigerian Stock Exchange, Olumide Bolumole. He joins me via Skype from Marina. Thank you very much for your time. The economic impacts of COVID-19 on businesses are serious. Now, how should businesses leverage on the capital market to mitigate this negative effect?
Well, thank you for having me. As you can appreciate, the capital market is a platform for organizing and pulling together capital and deploying it appropriately. Right now, with what we're seeing in the pandemic and what we're seeing with global economies and indeed our own economic situation, it suggests that organizations will be looking at their strategic plans and quite pertinent, we believe that one of the things that they will be looking to do is use of capital to achieving these strategic plans. So right now, it's actually a sensible time for organizations to really look at their capital structures, look at their capital requirements, and leverage the capital markets to find the appropriate sizing and the appropriate pricing for the right capital.
Indeed, the NSE has joined many corporate organizations to fight the spread of coronavirus. First, it closed the trading floor early enough, advocates social distancing, and then donated 100 million naira to the Capital Market Committee on COVID-19 and also aims to produce nose masks for the public. Now, how far have these measures gone?
So, as you know, like you rightly said, we have started off with a donation of 100,000 face masks, and then we've also funded the SEC-led committee on fighting COVID-19. To that, we've contributed 60 million naira, as you highlighted before. One of the things we're trying to do is we recognize the convening power of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and we're trying to galvanize our ecosystem to follow that line. We've started this our Mask for All Nigerians initiative, which seeks to pull together all our various stakeholders, from operators to listed companies, to donate masks through their own existing channels nationwide, especially to, I guess, the parts of the economy and the parts of the community that are unable to procure masks for themselves. The aim is really to donate as much as 400 million masks, and this is something that we're spearheading, and like I said, we're seeding it up with our own contribution of 100,000 masks.
That's a good one. And again, earlier this year, the NSE launched its growth board for business expansion. Now that COVID-19 is here, what type of growth do you expect from SMEs and other Nigerian businesses?
Well, I mean, the SME space is one that we've been paying close attention to, and it's beyond the SME space. The reason why we launched the growth board was because we recognized that there was an opportunity to partake in a company at the growth phase of their cycle. And in the SME space in particular, given where they are and given their sizing, tends to be at the growth phase of their business. And the level of funding they found up till now really has been more on the debt side. And we wanted to create a platform for them to achieve two things. One, to attract the right size and the right kind of capital, be it equity or even debt, that's better priced to spearhead their growth efforts. But also, we also believe that it creates an opportunity for investors that want to participate and partake in organizations' growth story. So if we go back and we look at organizations, like one of the largest organizations in the world is Amazon, for instance, and Amazon for many years wasn't profitable, but it was fast growing. And right now there are investors that are, I guess, getting involved in the Amazon success story, but there were also investors that were able to participate in that growth period. So the growth board was really designed to support that. We believe that one of the things that we've seen, particularly in the technology ecosystem, is that a lot of the investments have been done from international investors, and often those investors have required for international domiciliation of these companies, which has led to a term you must have heard called venture flight. Right now, the macro environment suggests that these SMEs and these technology companies aren't seeing the level of investment from international investors that they were seeing before. So the growth board actually presents as an opportunity for them to find local investors to participate in and partake in their growth story.
Very interesting one. Before we let you go, how will social distancing now affect events, organizations, and gatherings at the NSE, especially during listings?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I mean, we do a lot of events. What we do is we spend a lot of time listening and talking to our various stakeholders to understand their pain points and either modifying our processes, adapting our rules, or developing products to suit their specific needs. Obviously, the NSE's digitization process, I'm glad to say, is something that we've been doing for many years. So it's and we have established channels for engaging our various stakeholders, and a lot of these are digital channels. One of the things that we've been doing is to reviewing our events and reviewing our processes and adapting it in view of the technology that exists. And we've actually done quite a lot of those. So for instance, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we had our first virtual meetings with CEO dealing member firms. We have these every quarter. Hitherto, it was a physical meeting that we had in the exchange premises, and we had a very successful virtual one. We had a webinar with issuing houses just to talk about the challenges in the capital markets. About 30 minutes ago, we had a closing gong and a listing of a bond. FPN Quest Merchant Bank just issued a bond, and that was listed virtually. So there are a number of other initiatives that we're doing, taking cognizance of the existing realities of business and possibly even the future realities of business. We are still reviewing, still modifying things, still looking at doing our events in a slightly different way. We actually very much see it as an opportunity to expand the scope of our events, expand the participation of the universe of the people that participate in our events, and modify it in such a way that we extract the maximum value from these events, albeit in a digital way.
Thank you very much, Mr. Olumide Bolumole. He's the head listing business division at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Thank you for your time indeed.